Hey, Shalom, Makim Shalom. First and foremost, as always, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem Yahweh Shai, Bahashem Hakudash. I would like to give double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone that taught us his truth and that's for teaching his truth, and much peace, love, and salutation to the elect, beginning with 144,000 all the way down to the large multitude that believes and who the Lord will deliver in these last days. To you all I say Shalom. I'm the brother Tazamon from the Great Millstone Dallas camp, coming back today with another lesson, and I pray this lesson will be edifying to the elect. And I want to do a quick video on the whole quote-unquote issue that happened at the Super Bowl yesterday. All right, during the halftime show. You know, a lot of people don't know, but it's getting out there that you had a protester who, you know, was a pro-Palestine protester that went out and he stormed the field with the Palestinian flag. You know, and, you know, the Super Bowl is the biggest, you know, it's the most watched event in America. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, all eyes were on these different networks that was showing the Super Bowl, you know. And I find it ironic on the individual, you know, what he looked like. And I'm going to pull a picture up real quick, you know what I'm saying, of the guy. But this is Salaki, I'm on the WhatsApp or whatever. But this is a picture of what the guy looked like. It says Zul Karnin Netambu 43 told DailyMail.com that he was a Super Bowl protester. So, you know, when I seen this, I'm like, in my mind, I'm like, okay, well, you know, he got the beard, the head wrap. You know what I'm saying? All he missing is some fringes. You know what I'm saying? And it looked like somebody that could be holding posts at camp. You know, another thing that I noticed on the right, I was like, damn, it looks like it says Zion on the right, which it doesn't. It's ZQN, which what that is, you know, the brother looked it up here. Zul Karnain is a figure in the Quran who is also known as Dahu al-Karnin, right? It says the name translate to the two-horned one in Arabic. And that made me think immediately when I seen that. I'm like, okay, well, damn, it makes me think of, you know, he had two horns like a lamb, but he spake as a dragon. Pretty much how Esau, you know, how he pretty much uses both sides to ultimately further his narrative. Okay. It says the story describes Zal Karnin traveling east and west, building a barrier to keep out Gog and Magog, which, like I said, this is from the Quran. You know what I'm saying? But all in all, I want to bring that information out is because, you know, what the individual looks like, you know, and what he stood for. And you had Donald Trump recently that just came out and signed that whole he signed the whole anti-Sim. Let's see, Donald Trump, Semitic law or executive order. Let's do it like that. All right, and this is let's just read this real quick. Executive order on anti-Semitism necessary to safeguard free speech. Okay, so there's an executive order put out if you speak out against if you speak out against those people who are in the land of Israel today. All right, there's an executive order that you really can't speak out on that. So to have this individual at the Super Bowl, you know what I'm saying? You know, have this individual at the Super Bowl running around with the flag and things of that nature. What do you think? What do you think that was all set up? What do you think that was all about? Okay, let's get a quick precept on this real quick. All right, this is the book of Isaiah 29. This ain't gonna be a long lesson. I'm only gonna bring out a few precepts. All right, this is Isaiah 29, verse 20. It says, "For the terrible one is brought to naught, and the scorner is consumed, and all that watch for iniquity are cut off, that make a man an offender for a word." You see that? That make a man an offender. That word offender in the Hebrew is chata, which means to sin, transgress, or err due to a word, and lay a snare for him that reproveth in the gate, and turn aside the just for a thing of naught. Because, like I said, you know, that what the individual looks like, you know, he definitely looks like an individual who could be a part of a Hebrew Israelite camp. The head wrap, you know, the beard, you know, it looks like an individual that could be a part of a camp. and Esau could use, he could use events like this, which, Esau does these things through controlled opposition. We dealing with the devil here, but he could use events like this and things like this to further push more draconian laws, man. Okay. Remember, the scripture says that the serpent was the most subtle beast. He was the most subtle of all the beasts in the field. So, when dealing with this devil, dealing with Esau, man, he will use, plants that'll be set up to do things like this. So how the hell do you have somebody that can just run on the field during the Super Bowl? You trying to tell me security's that's just that bad? No, man. They ultimately wanted that to happen. Remember, the scripture says in Micah, the 2nd chapter, but when the morning is light, they practice it because it is in the power of their hand. So it says, pro-Palestinian protester erupts Kendrick Lamar's worst Super Bowl halftime show. It says in the Super Bowl, man, I didn't even really watch it. I may have watched like a quarter of it, you know what I'm saying? But I really just had it on because I was, cooking some food up, but I really wasn't paying attention to it because it really wasn't just something. It really wasn't something that I was really just into like that. Brothers that watch football and their teams was in there, so I get it. You know what I'm saying? But, throughout time, things have just been getting whacker and whacker. The scriptures talk about how the mirth will cease in this place in Isaiah, the 24th chapter. Okay? So it says, during Kendrick Lamar's Super Bowl halftime performance at the Caesars Superdome in New Orleans, which that's a new thing. Now it was called Caesars Superdome. And who was there? Donald J. Trump was there. Letting you know that this man he's a Roman emperor coming back in the reincarnation all over again. He's the first president to attend the Super Bowl. He was there. It's all bread and circuses at the end of the day. It's called Caesars, and now it's called Caesars Superdome. So come on now. It says a masked man interrupted the show by unfurling a Palestinian flag with the words Sudan and Gaza written on it. The individual stood atop a black Grand National car on stage, waving the flag for approximately 45 seconds before being noticed by security. So you trying to tell me this individual's ran on the stage during a multi-platinum, individual like Kendrick Lamar, performing on the largest stage, pretty much the largest stage that anybody could perform on. Okay, just ran out there with a Palestinian flag, and Esau had no clue. Security had no clue that this was even going on. No, man, this was all set up. The individual stood atop a black Grand National car on stage, waving the flag for approximately 45 seconds before being noticed by security. Let's take a look at this. Here's the footage here. Hopefully y'all can hear it. Then he gets walked. I mean, y'all really don't have to hear it because there really wasn't nothing else said, but yeah, you know what I'm saying? Like this is what's happening, in the guise of Donald J. Trump recently saying that he wants to make Gaza the Riviera of the Riviera of the Middle East, if I'm not mistaken. That's what he said. So let's look it up. Gaza, Riviera of Middle East. Trump wants the U.S. to own Gaza, could let Middle East states help rebuild. Trump Middle East Riviera, what's next for Gaza, and pretty much he wants to rebuild it into really like a smart city, like a 15, really like a smart area. If you just look up Riviera of the Middle East and what that means, in the guise of Donald Trump recently just saying that, okay, you had this happen, and once again, the individual looks like an individual that could be a part of a camp, goes into how the personnel pretty much tackled him down. And it looks like the guy, what I'm saying? So, I just want to do a quick lesson on this because, Esau is really trying to, he's going to try to find all kind of ways to make that great accusation, which will ultimately lead, to events like this and more draconian laws coming down the pipe will eventually lead to the famine of the word, which is ultimately, prophesied by Yahweh Bashim Shai to happen, so I just want to do a quick lesson on this. I pray it was edifying to the elect of the nation of Israel. Once again, I want to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai Bashim Rachakodash. Double honors to the apostles, bishops, and elders of Great Millstone who taught us his truth, and that's what teaching his truth, and much peace, love, and salutation to the elect. Until next time, Lord willing, I say shalom.